Good morning, like they say, rise and shine, and this is what I'm doing this morning. Before I forget, my name is Gloria, and I love to make movies. But I'm such a perfectionist that whenever I make movies, I say to myself, oh no, it's not good enough. I'm not posting it. But after I visited le Festival des Créatifs, meaning the festivals of creatives here in Geneva, I believe it's from the 5th to the 20th, no, it's from the 11th maybe to the 28th. I'll get the dates corrected in the description below. But what I'm trying to say is that I see that with creativity, you just have to do it. Just do it like Nike, really. Yeah, just do it like Nike. You shouldn't wait until you're perfect before you put something out there. It's while putting things out there that the work becomes perfect. So anyway, I'm starting my day with some tea, and today my recipe is very simple. It's hot water, green tea, ginger and honey. And lemon juice. So I first squeeze the lemon juice into the tea. No, I first squeeze the lemon juice into the mug. And then I grate ginger, fresh ginger that is, into the orange juice. Then I scoop a teaspoon of honey into the mixture. So I mix the lemon juice with the grated ginger and the honey, okay, into some kind of smooth solution. And then I add the hot water, and then I eventually add the tea. So a nutritionist friend of mine said to me once, you know, the best time to get all your vitamins and your nutrients is in the morning, is to take in your fruits and your vegetables in the morning after you start your day with slowly waking up your body, your stomach, with a warm liquid. So I'm starting my day as a way to warm up my stomach, to wake up my stomach with a warm solution. So like I said, it's green tea with a dash of orange juice. It's green tea with lemon juice, with ginger, grated ginger and honey. Okay, so this is how I'm slowly starting my day with this green tea solution. And another friend told me that when you prepare your tea, you know, like sometimes we leave the tea bag to seep into the warm water, and then we go away and do other things, and then we come back to drink it. But sometimes when we go away to do other things, we get so caught up in the other things that we totally forget about the green tea bag that we seeped into the warm water. And in the end, what happens? You come back to a cold tea, and what most of us do, at least what I do, I just boil more water and put it in. But I was made to understand that after 30 minutes, if you squeeze orange juice or lime juice and you leave it open in the ambient air, you know, it loses all its vitamins or its strength or its potency, and you know, it becomes almost useless. I don't know how true it is, but this is to say that once you start to make your tea, it's better maybe just to stick to it and then finish with your tea before you decide to go and start other things, because in the end you may end up not forgetting totally about your tea that you started, and then when you come back to it, what happens? It's so cold and almost undrinkable. This is what happened to me this morning. So whether the tea, so I'm adding some hot water to the solution, to my tea, whether my vitamins, the vitamins and minerals in the solution, this tea infusion, is still active, alive, I don't know, but I'm just gonna down it anyway, you know, because I believe that there is still something in there for me. So this is how I'm starting my day. Oops. First with some tea, and then what I did was, since this friend nutritionist told me that the best time to consume your fruits and your vegetables is before you take any other food. So I make it a habit that in the mornings when I do have breakfast, then I have my fruit salad. So today the fruit salad is very, very simple. Actually, I'll bring the camera down and I'll show you, but the fruit salad is very simple. It's apples that I chopped, one apple that I chopped into pieces, and with the same solution that I came up with for my green tea, that is mixing lime juice with grated ginger and honey. Then I poured it over the fruit salad, and then I added some nuts, different nuts. So that makes it quite a how do you call it? That makes it quite a healthy breakfast. So now I will flip the camera over and I'll show you my breakfast. So let's do this. Voila, you know, so this is the recycle bag that I put in all the remnants of the foods that I do not use, the waste of from foods. This is my fruit salad. Like I said, you have the cut apple, it was one apple, and you have raisins and you have different sorts of nuts, and then you see the grated ginger there, and also, yeah, so this is a remnants, the skin of the ginger. And here is my green tea, and of course I use the local brand. Nothing fancy, but it's bio and it's green. So voila, so this is how I start my day, because your health is your wealth. Your health is the most precious resource, asset that you have, that is irreplaceable. Do you know how much many people, especially rich people, are ready and prepared to pay for an organ that, you know, that they need to buy to replace one that is not working? Some are prepared to pay so many thousands of dollars. Some people are ready to sell their healthy organs for money. So this is just to give you an idea of how precious and valuable our health is. And the only time we really understand the true meaning and value of our health is when we lose it. So for me, my philosophy in staying healthy, or my philosophy for medicine, for my personal own way of administering medicine where I am concerned, is that I prefer to practice preventive medicine than the treatment. You see, like prevention here, where medical care is concerned, it's better when you put in your energy and resources in the prevention as opposed to later in the treatment, because treatments can be very expensive, they can be very time consuming, they can be very painful physically, mentally, physiologically speaking, socially. It affects not only you, but your loved ones, your family. So I prefer to stay healthy so that I don't find myself entering into a situation where I have to deal with the costs of treatment, because indeed your health is your wealth, right? So this is how I stay healthy. Let me just grab a spoon, but this is how I stay healthy. I try to do, I try to keep things simple. Most of the physical activity we need daily, we can do it for free. There is a cost because nothing is really free. The cost is you have to put in the motivation, the effort, and the time to actually get yourself outdoors and to just walk. What I've learned and read is that 30 minutes of walking is well sufficient for the average human body to stay healthy. Just putting in 30 minutes a day in a walk is really all the body needs to stay healthy, and we all can do that. 30 minutes is not unreasonable a demand to ask ourselves to go out and walk, and then of course if you are hyperactive or you feel that your body needs a more intensive work or exercise program, then you can always add a trot to your walk. And so blending or alternating between walking and running, you can do running, you can run, okay, or jog. And then of course right now, it's a season for skiing, and if you're not a downhill skier like myself, you can always learn. It's not an excuse to say, oh, I'm a foreigner, I don't know all these things about this downhill skiing. You can always learn. Otherwise, there is the, how do you call that, ski de fond. I have to look for the word, but it is really skiing on a flat surface, cross-country skiing. So that is also an option, but it keeps you walking and it keeps you out and about. There is also the possibility of snowshoe walking. There are these racket-like shoes. It's like a tennis racket, but then they have installations in them where you slip your shoes inside and then you can walk. That is also very good for the muscles, for the leg work. So you don't have to go far. If you're in Geneva, you just have to go, I don't know, half an hour out of the vicinity of Geneva, and you will find ample hilly, elevated landscapes to do these things, downhill skiing or cross-country skiing or snowshoe walking. And if you're like me, a foreigner, and you're like, hey, I'm not used to these kind of sportive activities, where I came from, there was no snow, there were no real mountains. If there were mountains, there certainly was snow covered on them. And how to walk in these shoes, these poles, these skis, what the heck, and how am I going to learn? There is good news for you. In Geneva, there are many ski clubs, some of them English-speaking ski clubs, that you can join for not much, and they have weekly, at least in a month, there are 2 or 3, ski trips where you practice the cross-country skiing, the snowshoe walking in a group, and you also have the downhill skiing And some of the trips, there are lessons included and you pay for, so you have an instructor, you know, in a small group, and you learn how to ski. That's actually how I learned how to ski long time ago. But then I haven't kept the skiing up, so obviously I've lost it, but it's something I can always go back to, especially on holidays. If I take a week out and concentrate, I don't know, the first 3 days to just learning how to ski with a private instructor, I think I can quickly get back into skiing. I'm sure even one intensive day of skiing with an instructor will get me back into skiing. You know, this is something that I know that I can do. It's just that I must find the time, the motivation, the effort to drive there, book all the necessary to be able to get back to skiing. But at least I can start slowly and gently with cross-country skiing and with snowshoe walking. And another thing you may ask is, but where am I going to get all that equipment from? You know, the casts, you know, the poles, the skis, the horseshoe. You know, you can rent them. You can rent them here in Geneva in the sports shops. Most of the big sports shops like Ashbach, you know, Migros, they also have their places where you can rent ski equipment, apart from the suit, but all the foot, you know, equipment, footwear, gear, the poles, you can rent. And you can also, if you don't rent them in Geneva, you can rent them at the location where you choose to practice the winter sport. But you have to, of course, find out where these shops are and the prices, and then you compare them to the prices here in Geneva. But there are all these possibilities as a foreigner, so it's no excuse to say, oh, I'm a foreigner, you know, I don't know how to ski, I don't know what to do. You can learn the way I am willing to learn, but it's just, I've got to get myself up, join a club, rent the equipment, the ski equipment, get myself there to the location. And with these ski clubs, you also have organized trips, so you don't have to drive all the way up. You mostly go as a group in a bus, but where there are ski trips, they rent a bus for the group and you actually go there. It's quite early, around 7:30 in the morning. You join the group with your ski equipment and then you drive to the ski location. And this is also another wonderful way of discovering Geneva. So voila. So to wrap up, because my tea is getting cold and so is my fruit salad. So I will wrap up, and this is to say that there is no longer the excuse to say, I don't know how to ski, I don't know what to do during the winter, dark, cold season. Yes, I can still go to the gym, but that's indoors, you know, it's out on the outdoor, you know, exposure that the indoors, you know, locations like gyms don't give you, you know. Outdoors is a whole new world. You have the fresh air, you have sometimes the sun when it's down, it's foggy and cool and damp and down in the valley. You have up in the mountains sunlight, sunshine, and sometimes it's so warm that you just even don't need all those heavy ski clothes. And of course you will say, yeah, but where do I get all these ski attire? It's true that the ski clothes are expensive, but it's something that you really buy once or twice in your lifetime. So, and there are sales, and I see some of the sales have already started. Like, so you time, but of course you must have your budget. You must save towards purchasing the decent, good quality ski clothes. You see, just the pants and the jumper, and then there are ski underclothes clothes, you know, to keep you warm under the ski pants and the ski jackets. So you invest, and then afterwards you have a jersey on top of the ski under clothes. And you may want to also buy clothes to change out of the ski clothes after a skiing expedition. And yeah, and so this is how I would proceed. But I would really like to encourage foreigners to take this challenge and to decide that this year, especially after we saw COVID and what COVID did to us, it confined us indoors. I mean, right now there are talks of another wave. For some it's the fourth wave, for some it's even the fifth. And while Switzerland for now has not been as badly impacted, as we can see cases that are rising in Austria, they're already in lockdown. In Germany, some parts are already in lockdown. We're seeing France, you know, the UK, it hasn't been spared, you know. For whatever reason, we're seeing there seems to be, you know, a new uptick or surge in the number of COVID cases. So maybe, you know, our only opportunity to get some physical activity would be outside, you know, where usually, at least it was the case with Switzerland, the government gave the people, even during the period of lockdown, some time in the day to go and to physically to enjoy physical activity, walking. And so skiing could be one of the options, because for now, the ski centers, ski resort centers do not require you to enter with a COVID health certificate. That could change, that may not. It's still all up in the air, but at least we do have the possibility of going outside to exercise. So my conclusion is prevention is better than cure, especially where your health is concerned, which is not replaceable, which cannot be replaced once it's damaged. And so whilst you are in good health, if you are blessed to be in good health now, then you have the obligation to maintain that good health and well-being. And if you're not sure about the reason why you should fight to keep your health, you know, to keep your body, your mind, your health intact, then maybe it's time you took a short trip, if you be allowed, to visit people in the hospitals who have lost their health, and then you will see the value and the wealth of the value of your health, the wealth in being and staying healthy. So on that note, I will say cheers. My tea is cold again. I will then proceed to eat my fruit salad, or what is left of it. And I will see you in another video soon. Until then, do stay safe, do stay healthy, do know that you and you alone are responsible for your own health. Do understand that if you do not take charge of your own health, then you unconsciously, unwillingly give it to somebody else, the hospitals, you know, the pharmaceuticals, to take charge of your health. So now, if you're healthy, then stay healthy by doing what you know best. That is exercising, you know, getting your 8 hours sleep, you know, eating healthily, fruits and vegetables. With fruits and vegetables, you can't go wrong. And there's a time to cut off, you know, from all these digital interferences and noises, and just recenter yourself. Have this quiet moment with yourself to recenter, to reflect, and to recalibrate. And then afterwards, I can tell you, you're good to go. Whatever the world throws at you, somehow the inner resourcing that you have done in the quiet is able to challenge and to fight against all those unexpected intrusions from the outside. So it's getting too long, my video. That was not the intent. So on this very last note, and I mean very last note, do take care. God bless you, and stay safe and stay healthy. Peace. Bye. Mm-hmm.